Welcome to Q Sports Update. I'm Trevor Omahan. The women's soccer team left Bowie Creek with a 2-0 win over Campbell Sunday. Goals from Lauren Mazik and Salome Pratt saw the Panthers improve their record to 3-0, 2-0 in conference play. The Panthers look to continue their hot start to the season Saturday when they welcome UNC Asheville to Vert Stadium. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. High Point would keep it close after the first quarter, but UNC would break out to a 27-12 victory. HPU was led by Kevin Rogers, who found the back of the net 3 times. The Panthers were back in action last night against the number 3 ranked Virginia Cavaliers, where they lost by a final score of 12-11. Next up is another trip to the Triangle on Sunday to take on the number 2 ranked Blue Devils. The HPU women's golf team won 1 match out of their 3 in their round-robin match play in the Aggie Invitational at Forest Oaks Country Club in Greensboro this past weekend. Sarah Kahn and Samantha Vaudry led the way for the Panthers with a pair of 3-0 performances. The duo never trailed in any of their 3 matchups. The Panthers returned to the Greens on March 8th when they traveled to Wilmington to compete at the River Landing Classic. The High Point women's basketball team closed its regular season by splitting their series with Longwood last weekend. The team won on Friday 84-62 on senior night, but lost 85-69 on Friday. The Panthers finished the regular season 19-6 overall and 17-3 in conference play. They are the number 1 seed in the Big South tournament and will host the Big South quarterfinal at the Millis Center on Monday at 6 p.m. The High Point University volleyball team have won 3 straight series sweeps to start its season, including another victory over Radford Friday. Madison Smith led the Panthers offensively with a career-high 17 kills. Abby Bottomley was back in double digits in digs with 18. The team will play again at USC Upstate for 2 matches with the Spartans on March 4th and 5th.
This is Trevor Omahan reporting for Q Sports. Many baseball programs lost their season due to COVID-19. High Point Baseball was struck with the news and the program was devastated. Many players thought their careers were over and were left pondering their future. We will take a look at how one specific senior grinded through a major injury and found this pandemic as a new opportunity.
I heard a pop and I felt it tear. So I had to get surgery about 2 months later. And then probably like a month after that, they got the stitches out. Then I went right into physical therapy. Physical therapy went on for 12 months. And then we started a throwing program probably 6 months after I got the stitches out. And then even when I was back after 12 months, my elbow still hurt. You'd still feel it. So, I mean, the recovery process is more like 17th months where you actually feel more back to yourself.
Many look at COVID as a bad thing, but some look at it as an opportunity, and here is why for senior Nick Hernandez.
COVID hit last spring, and it kind of sucked when it happened, but it did give us, and me and a couple other seniors, an opportunity to come back an extra year, and it gave me an extra year of eligibility back. Also, in the off season during summer, I was able to work out, work kind of like with a driveline program, which is weighted balls and stuff, just so I get my arm in better shape for the season. So it just provided opportunities that I wouldn't have had if COVID didn't happen.
Hernandez has had his ups and downs in his career, but with high hopes, he tells us why this horrific pandemic has been something that gives him an advantage.
So now that we have the extra year eligibility, I'm going to go to grad school here next year, get my MBA, which will provide me with better opportunities in the future. Like I'm planning on going into sales, but I mean, my real dream is to play baseball as long as I can because it's been my dream since I was a kid. And it just provides me with the opportunity if it's possible to get drafted. But really the education is a big part. I mean, MBA is huge. Like right off the bat, you get paid more. I mean, it's better for a long term in my future.
This has been Trevor Omahan reporting for Q Sports.
The Big East Conference, 24-1, and the Panthers of High Point in purple making their very first trip to the NCAA.
The High Point women's basketball team were on a run last year when COVID-19 ruined their season plans. They came into this year with a chip on their shoulder. I met with junior guard Skylar Curran to discuss the experience she and her teammates had as they went to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history.
It was really special. It was something that we knew we had the chance to do last year, and we kind of got cut short and didn't get the opportunity to do that because of COVID. But coming back and kind of picking up where we left off this year was really exciting, and we knew we could do it, and it was our goal all year. We just took it one game at a time. But when that final buzzer went off in the tournament, I think it was kind of surreal. Like, we're all celebrating, and I know me and my roommate Jensen looked at each other like over the next couple of days, and we're like, we really won and like are going to play UConn. So it was crazy, and it's exciting, and it's something that kind of makes you get like an itch for it, and it's like we're already ready and excited to try to do it again next year.
High Point got matched up against UConn for their first game in the tournament. UConn has been a dominant powerhouse in women's basketball, and Skylar explains what this meant for her and her team.
It was crazy. UConn's a team that I know probably women's basketball player grows up watching and pays attention to always. I know they're one of the only teams that I am always paying attention to, so to get to play them was really wild, and it was a really cool experience. And obviously we played against the best player in the country this year, so that's exciting, and it's definitely a story and experience that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
This has been Trevor Omahan reporting for Q Sports.
If they win that, then he could return for the Sweet 16.